Welcome, everyone, to another deep dive. Today, we're getting into something really fascinating. It's this intersection of ancient spiritual understanding and some pretty cutting-edge science.
That's right. We're drawing from Sheikh Nurjan Miramati, specifically his work shared on the Mohammedan Way Sufi Realities channel. He connects dots between energy, neuroscience, even spiritual defense.
Exactly. So if you've ever felt like there's more going on than meets the eye, maybe felt drained without knowing why, or you're just seeking ways to empower yourself energetically, well, this deep dive is definitely for you. Our goal here is to sort of unpack how these unseen energies might be impacting us, and more importantly, how we can actually protect and, uplift our own spiritual energy field.
And what's so compelling, I think, is how Sheikh Nurjan Miramati talks about us, humanity, not just as physical bodies, but really as beings of light, beings of energy.
Vibrating on a wave reality.
Yeah. Precisely. Beyond our particle existence, as he puts it. Think of your physical self as the particle, solid, tangible, but your deeper essence, your spirit, operates like a wave, like light or a radio signal, constantly sending and receiving.
That makes sense. And he draws a direct line from that to applied neurosciences.
He does. It's quite striking how spiritual teachings seem to anticipate what science is now starting to map out.
So, okay, let's dig into that. What does this mean practically? He mentions things like, everyday devices, microwaves, phones, TVs.
Yeah, he suggests they can act as sources of what you might call weaponized energy. Now, it's not like an intentional attack necessarily.
Right, not like a sci-fi movie.
No, but more that their constant output, these non-harmonious frequencies, they can subtly, almost silently drain our own natural God-given energy over time. It's like a slow leak.
And that's where the neuroscience comes in.
Exactly, because researchers, even at places like Harvard and MIT, are looking into this idea of a neurofield. It's like a subtle electromagnetic signature our brain and nervous system gives off. And they're finding that external frequencies, especially discordant ones, negative ones, can actually dial down a person's own neurofrequencies.
Dial them down, leading to what?
Well, things like feeling depressed, that noticeable lack of energy, maybe even finding it hard to feel motivated. A diminished will, you could say. It's a scientific echo of these older warnings about negative influences.
Wow. It really is amazing when science starts to mirror these ancient spiritual concepts.
Yeah.
So the idea is we should be constantly working to raise our frequency.
That's the core of it, yes. The Sheikh talks about people whose neurofrequencies are just naturally very high, the type they walk into a room and just light it up.
Yeah, you feel uplifted just being near them.
They can actually raise the frequency of others in their field. And conversely, we've all experienced how someone really negative can just pull the energy down in a whole space.
Definitely felt that.
Yeah.
So if our energy is constantly being influenced, how do we protect it? What do the teachings suggest?
Well, this is where the spiritual practices become very practical tools. He talks about wudu, the ritual ablution in Islam.
Washing.
Yes, but it's explained as much more than physical cleaning. Performing wudu is said to immediately recharge your energy field. It acts like a shield.
But not just any shield.
No, it's described as bringing in a heavenly energy, an energy that these external draining forces, these devices, they just can't penetrate or manipulate it. It's on a different level.
Okay, that's powerful. And are there other practices?
Oh, absolutely. Things like deep contemplation, tafakkur, and that state of spiritual connection, muraqabah. These are presented as ways to actively train yourself, to build and maintain that strong, energetic shield.
Like spiritual strength training.
Kind of, yeah. And even simpler things like following the sunnah, the practices of Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessing be upon him, like covering the head.
How does covering the head fit in energetically?
It's described as creating this immense energy field. The Sheikh likens it to the capstone on a pyramid. It seals your personal energy field.
Seals it, so the energy doesn't leak out.
Exactly. It prevents your divine energy from just dissipating outwards. Instead, it resonates internally, and then it can project outwards as a protection, a defense against negative energies trying to get in or drain you.
It's a really vivid image, the pyramid capstone.
It is. And the teachings emphasize that these energetic battles, especially now, often happen through energy and sound. What science might call pathogens in these teachings are sometimes linked to attacks from jinn, unseen energy forces.
Like energetic parasites.
That's a good way to think of it. Forces that try to feed off human energy to deplete us, maybe even manipulate us. It offers a different lens for understanding those times we feel inexplicably drained or influenced.
So pulling this all together, what we've looked at is this incredible viewpoint where our spiritual practices, they aren't just symbolic rituals.
Not at all. They're direct, potent methods for managing our own energetic field, but defending it against what the Sheikh calls these energy weapons and other negative forces.
Forces that are trying to deplete us.
And if you look at the bigger picture, Sheikh Nurjan Mirmadi's teachings really highlight how practices like contemplation, spiritual connection, reciting hu, doing wudu, following the sunnah, like covering the head.
It's all connected.
It's all about sealing your energy, raising your divine frequency, and building that heavenly shield, which makes you essentially inaccessible to external manipulation. It's proactive, energetic defense.
It really reframes everything.
Yeah.
Our spiritual actions become our strongest defense, even against things modern science is only just beginning to grasp about energy fields and well-being.
It does. And maybe this leaves you, the listener, with an important question to consider. Thinking about your own daily life, your routines, your practices.
Are you consciously, actively building and protecting your energy field?
Especially in a world where, as these teachings suggest, unseen forces, described perhaps as jinn acting like pathogens, might be seeking to draw on that God-given energy.
That's a profound thought to carry with you. These insights from Sheikh Nurjan Mirmadi offer so much depth. We really hope this deep dive has shed some light and granted some deeper understanding. We pray that Allah Almighty grants us all deeper understanding.
Indeed.
Until next time, keep seeking those deeper truths. Keep diving deep.